So I'm just recording some more readings at the moment. Tanya just sort of came in talking about some comments that came through from Faith, Action, Bravery. And Faith, thank you very much, seriously, for the support you've given this channel over the last year. Really, my heart goes out to you. Absolute brilliant amount of support. Really love it. And I thought your questions, because you had quite a few, it would merit a bit of a video. So we're just stopping the recording at the moment. Just wanted to go through your questions. So there was this first one about Gemini, wasn't it?
Yeah. The partner is a Gemini, and basically she requires clarity around
something about magnets. What did she say?
Being either very magnetic and clingy or repelling each other. So it'd be interesting looking at the two Gemini flowers and see how that works and what's behind it. Exactly.
So there you go, Faith. Just going to answer that. It is actually in the book. I don't know if you've got a copy here on the Gemini and Gemini. I tend to be, I don't say you repel each other. I tend to say it sort of can go a little bit stale. And what I mean by that is sometimes when it is repelling, there's a lot of quietness going on. There's not a lot of talking going on. So yeah, just looking at it now, here's your Gemini flower here. This is your flower here, so it's in the correct position. And we've always got to understand, this is why I go into the books, who is the dominating person within the situation. And situations changes all the time, so you must refer to the dominating position, as it were. And here on the other side is the imposing or the opposite Gemini. So what we do is when you get two flowers together, you get one Gemini, another Gemini, and you put them on top of each other. So one is sitting opposite to the other. It will depending on who has got the position of authority. And the first thing we see here is in the fire signs here, in the going through your Astroflower, below petals 8 and 9, you have that cardinal fire and fixed fire. Now, once you start inverting it on one another, you may have a situation when it's working well, the fixed fire will provide a constant base of a fire, like the coals of a fire in a way, allowing the other one who can use that cardinal fire to jump around and be very supportive of one another. And when it doesn't work, those coals can be blocked by the other person and sort of said, I'm not going to provide the ground heat for your flames to jump around. The other aspect we should also take into account is that fixed earth, which comes in on petal 2. And when you invert it, you get fixed earth sitting on cardinal fire. And you get it on there on both sides of petals 2 and 3. So if it's working well, the fixed earth can be like massive logs for your fire. And it can be really supportive. Or, on the other hand, you can have one or one other partner using huge amounts of earth to put out the fire with the other one. So this is where you can get it completely really working well together, and you can get the opposite of working opposite, where it's really pushing against each other. The other thing you should really think about as well is Gemini. Now, Gemini is two people. It's one of those duality signs, like Pisces, like your mother apparently. She's Pisces, isn't she? Yeah. Okay, so Pisces will have also that cardinal fire that goes through the middle of Pisces. And you do have that connection on petal 4 to do with your universal connection. And like you have Virgo on petal 1, which is also your universal connection. So that gives you that sort of like friendly access to the other one. So her best friend is Virgo and your mother is Pisces. It should be fun. It can be, water and air. Sometimes they don't mix, so it can be difficult. And it's also a family situation rather than a friend. But you probably, I hope you also see your mother as one of your best friends. That's the feeling I get from it anyway. But yeah, so there's that. What else was there? There was another question on.
She said her older son was a Capricorn, had a hard time.
Now
you can relate to that.
Oh yeah, I can. As a Capricorn, Faith, I'll tell you what. The weekly's coming out on Capricorn this week. He should be watching it. It's reiterating everything you've been saying. So, yeah, he should watch it. Yeah, it's been a tough time for Capricorn. Although I think 2023 is going to be a blistering year for Capricorn. Depends how old he is, of course, what he's going through. and that will be down to his rhythms in his life. Now, here's the rhythm of Capricorn, and it runs in correlation with the rhythm of the Earth, certainly within the Northern Hemisphere. Here you have the rhythm of Gemini as well. So this is another type of rhythm. It's a mutable rhythm. It's between the two, as it were. So, you know, it depends on where he is within the rhythms of his life. So you've got the rhythm of 9 months, 18 months, 3 years, 6 years, 12 years, and 24 years. And then they repeat themselves. So it depends on his age and what he's actually going through. But yeah, it's been a difficult time for Capricorn. But it is coming to the end. And tell him to keep the faith, as I know you will do, Faith.
Yeah. Interesting is being a mutable between her other son is a Leo, so a fixed sign.
Oh yeah, right.
She's a mutable Gemini, so
totally
nice family dynamic.
Yeah, totally a nice family dynamic, and the fact that the first sign is a cardinal sign, so the Capricorn may be just running around a little bit like a headless chicken. Sometimes we tend to do that, but the Leo will be a lot more sort of dependable. He's also the second child, and that has a great effect on the positioning of a sign and etc. And Leo, I think, will be much more sort of, you know, I don't know your family. I don't know you. I've never met them, but anyway, you know, he will be much more sort of dependable and studious and wanting to get good results and stuff like that, which will, you know, sort of help the Capricorn as well to push his boundaries to get good results. We'll see as well, but within life, I think. I just went into French there. Sorry about that. Yeah. So Capricorn, but those two together, they will be connecting on the concrete side of life, the basic concrete side of life, the fundamentals.
Can work around both of them as the mutable.
Yeah.
Running around after them.
Yeah, that is the thing. Your husband or your wife, I don't know. Your partner is a Gemini, so it probably means that as parents, you're probably running around a lot for your kids. You know, as we do as parents. You know, so I'd just be wary of that. Don't forget, you and your partner don't forget to take time for yourselves. Always really important. Living life is really important. That's the best way to help kids. You know.
Yeah, I think the other one was the sister was Aquarius. So.
Sister was Aquarius. Water and air and water. So she would probably be good, connect very well with your Capricorn sun as well, because they have water at their base and also they're next to each other, so they share a lot of petals and stuff like that. And yeah, I would have thought your sister would be very reliable because she has those fixed air and water at her base. So it might have been conflictual in regards to passion and emotions when you were kids, but now I think you're going to really appreciate the emotional stability from your sister, and it will allow you to be a lot more passionate about your interaction with her as a family member. So, you know, that's really nice. I was going to do a few things. I was going to just pull a few cards for your family for the Christmas period. This video's probably gone on way too long. We said we were only going to do it a minute, but hey ho, it's fun, isn't it? It's great laugh. Anyway, Faith, I really do thank you very much for being here. Well, there's the first card that wants to just jump out already. The Wheel of Fortune. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to pull 3 cards and then we're going to see what comes out of the whole sort of thing. You got the Ace of Cups. This is for your Christmas period for your family. Yeah. So look at that. And the 6 of Cups. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's this process of coming together and having a renewal of something that you know already works. And this will give wind to your wings as a family, because it should be coming together at some point or another, some form or another. Yeah. And I think, you know, once you're leading with your heart as well, and I think it's going to be a very heartfelt Christmas period. And then you got the 6 of Cups at the end. So that's all meeting up with people that you haven't seen for a long time and stuff like that. So Faith, whatever you do, really do enjoy this Christmas period, the solstice period, because I'm much more of a solstice guy than Christmas, you know. But yeah, I hope you really enjoy it. What I would like to do, Faith, as well, which, because you've been such a support of this channel, we're doing these new readings that are coming out in January on this channel, and it is going to be mind-blowing. I was wondering whether you would be, would be honourous with being a first person that I can offer a sort of like an energy healing sort of thing. We're doing this thing, it's called Energy Blueprints, isn't it? Yeah. Energy Blueprint readings for each sign in the coming year. And where I will be offering once a week to any viewers a reading, live reading as it were. And I'm just wondering if you'd be up for that sort of thing. It'd be an absolute pleasure. It'd be great to meet you as well via the telephone and stuff like that. So yeah, was there anything else? Just
thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, thanking you. Tanya, thanks to you loads as well. Yeah, thank you very much from the heart of the Astroflower. And, keep watching and we'll see you very soon. Hopefully we will be over in the States as soon as they let us in. And when we do, I'm sure we can meet in person. Okay, in the meantime, please do enjoy.